We weren't even sure if it was going to happen with all the rain that was going on.
I was actually really upset that we wore raincoats. We did all look very uniform and such with the raincoats and everything.
It was my first parade. It was really exhausting because it was raining, it was cold.
Let's go!
It was slippery, but yeah, it was really impressive, you know.
Spring of 1948, that was the election year. Truman was doing his whistle stops, and he was coming into Bethlehem. So we then had to play Hail to the Chief. He's the one who invited the Liberty High School Band to participate in the inaugural parade.
I was in the band. I was in my junior year. And all I can remember, it was a very, very cold day.
An historic television first, a presidential...
It was the first nationally broadcast television event, so it got great exposure, and in turn Liberty did too.
As we walked down the streets of Washington, lined with a lot of black people, they saluted the Bethlehem High School Band. Go on, Pennsylvania, because it was integrated.
The inauguration of President Harry Truman, that was one of the milestones of my high school career.
There's a picture of the performance, and there's a clarinet player who's out of line, and it just happens to be Ron. So we kind of poke fun at him at that.
Tradition.
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 Tradition is something that's very important in the Grenadier Band. We've modeled ourselves after the Coldstream Guard, one of the most prestigious bands in the world. We're the only ones with authentic uniforms aside from the Scots Guard or the actual Coldstream Guard.
I got the job in 1961, and it was difficult times because Joey Capito was there from 1927 to 1960. And he had his traditions and ways of doing things, and the band members wanted to know, who's this new guy? It took a little time until I molded the band into what I wanted. That was one of the best things I ever did in my whole life. So I was very happy to come back home again.
How you doing?
I was in the Liberty High School Grenadier Band from 1970 to 1972. Ron was a great instructor and director.
I was in the Liberty High School Grenadier Band from 1979 to 1981. He was tough, and he had a lot of direction.
I was in the band in 1985. We knew that we were not to move our eyeballs and look straight ahead.
To this day, I can remember him running up and down the football field with his enormous amount of energy, yelling, green, green, red, red, you know, run her back, do this, do that.
And he just had this great sense of tradition and pageantry and just really made you proud to be a grenadier.
I was a student here from 1979 to 1981, so I had both Ron Cherry and Greg McGill as directors.
All right, let's put that over.
Ron was amazing. He was demanding.
Actually, every one of these sequences in here should be a little bit faster.
He was fun. He was fair.
Pull up Sinatra will go straight through. I promise I won't stop.
I've heard that before.
I had some ideas on what I would like to do with the band, and as things developed, uniforms were wearing out. I was very much interested in using a uniform from the UK because they were Liberty High School colors. And I thought that that would give us a good signature, identify us as not the typical high school band.
The regiment, the Coldstream Guards Regiment, is one of the oldest regiments of the British Army. Primary role is to march the troops to battle. It doesn't do that these days, but what it still does is it marches the troops to duty. So we're changing the guard in London, all the ceremonial occasions that occur.
I wanted to model the uniform and the music very much like what they do in the UK. I had a couple British soldiers come over, and they paraded around. It was a great plus for me because I no longer had any shortages. Everybody wanted to be in the band, so the band grew from 200 to 275.
And over the years, we've tried to get that uniform closer and closer to being the actual uniform.
And Kevin would actually bring his uniforms in. We'd be measuring everything with down to the 16th of an inch. We would try getting everything just as authentic as you could. So you'll see, as the uniforms progress, they become more and more authentic.
We truly do have authentic British military Coldstream Guards uniforms to outfit the band.
The uniform is so detailed with what is the Coldstream Guard that I would challenge anybody to tell the difference.
The students are responsible to keep their uniform looking fantastic. I am the seamstress for Liberty High School Band. This is starting my 26th year. I'm the only one who does the sewing. Before every concert, a parade, no matter what it is, that buckle has to be polished.
Once you're in the uniform, you're a member of the band, you're a member of the family, the community.
When you put it on, you feel really proud because after all the hard work, you achieve something.
When I put on the uniform, it's the greatest feeling ever.
Once the bearskins go on and you button everything up, it's showtime.
The uniform is like the magic switch. As soon as they put it on, everything just clicks.
You can see just before they're getting ready to go out, they've grew about 10 inches. They've got bearskins on and the stadium's full and the crowd's going wild and they know what they've got to play. You can feel the energy in the stadium.
Well, tonight's our homecoming game.
The homecoming football game will be on today. We will be starting preview.
It's homecoming versus Whitehall.
Just electric. Because of the size of the band, they just fill the whole field. It's hard not to be impressed.
So we go out and we perform for homecoming court.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Liberty High School would like to recognize the 2015-2016 homecoming court. And now, we'd like to proudly announce our 2015 homecoming queen, Miss Mackenzie James.
Stepping on the field and seeing the crowd and knowing that you're a part of a great band is definitely a very proud moment.
There's nothing greater than watching the band, where they had all the regalias out in full bloom and all the lights and the cameras, the flags and everything.
I think it's amazing that all these people can work together and accomplish a goal, and that we complete the goal with a lot of success.
Students.
I am a grenadier.
Every student has their own story.
Tradition.
I'm proud to be a grenadier.
The need to be in this band was because of its excellence.
Pride.
Pride.
In 1967, we won the Governor's Cup.
Legacy.
Legacy.
The uniform is patterned identical after the Coldstream.
Bagpipers. I mean, what high school band has a bagpipe corps?
I'm a grenadier. through and through.
Community.
1986 was the first time an American high school band ever appeared in Royal Albert Hall.
We are second to none.
Yes, we are second to none. We are.
To have a band like this in the community is a tremendous asset.
History, tradition, second to none.
Funding for this program was provided by Coca-Cola Bottling Company of the Lehigh Valley, Air Products Foundation, Sands Bethlehem, the family of Frank Banco, Fritsch Fuel, Heron Funeral Homes, Adams Outdoor, Bethlehem Education Association, Bethlehem Fine Arts Commission, Capital Blue, the law firm of King, Spry, Herman, Freund, and Fall, Pearson Funeral Home, Paxos Restaurant Group, Thrivent Financial Consultant Robert Clark, and by viewers like you. Thank you.
I still get chills as I'm standing at the corner of Broad and Main and the Liberty Band comes over the hill there. That's hard for me to handle. It's just something you don't forget. My name is Ron Sherry, and I was the band director at Liberty High School from 1960 to 1990.
Your demographic, your ethnicity, your financial situation, rich, poor, you're all equal here. You really are. And I think that the students sense that. I'm Greg McGill. I was band director from 1990 until 2013 when I retired.
Leading this band, every day is a learning experience. It's a giant family, and it's a good family. My name's Kevin Long. I'm the current director of the Liberty High School Grenadier Band. I started in 1989 as the assistant director, became director in 2013, and have continued ever since.
There's a sense of pride and tradition here. Students truly have a sense here that they belong to something maybe bigger than themselves.
I'm from the UK. I'm part of Her Majesty's Royal Marines Corps of Drums. So to have one school band that's, you know, over 300, it's just phenomenal. Ready? On Tim.
The band to school population, we are over 10% of the school. So you walk down the hall, you see a band guy, and we have representatives from like every sport, every club. It's really cool to be in the band. Everybody looks up to us. We're like nationally recognized. So it's really fun.
If you went to Liberty High School and you were a musician of any kind, you needed to be in the Liberty Grenadier Band. My mother was in the band when she was here in the 1950s. I was in the band. All three of my daughters were in the band.
It's great. Both of my parents and my grandparents have been in the band. My mom was in the band. My uncle was in the band. My grandmother was the band president for 7 years. This is in my blood.
Back in 1973, the biggest goal was to try out for the Liberty High School Grenadier Band and hopefully, cross your fingers, make it, because if you didn't make it in the band, you were totally devastated.
This band